Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So integrate this by substitution. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, let u equals this thing here. So if u equals square root of x, then du equals this thing, and then dx equals this thing here. So now we can put this into the dx. We can put the u into this square root here. So this whole thing here will become this. Okay, but we are trying to integrate in terms of we are trying to integrate with respect to u. So we don't want this x and we don't want this x here. So going back to here, if u equals this, if you square both sides, then you will have this. So now x equals u squared. So we can put u squared into here, and square root of x equals u, so we can put u into here. Okay, so this bit will then become this. Okay, so now follow our normal routine. This is a constant. Take it out. The u will cancel out with one of the u's. So that will then give you this. Now this is the hard part. Come this bit here, you have to really stare at this and try to find something in such a way that when you differentiate it, it will give you this thing here. Okay, so come this stage, it is quite difficult. Come this stage, it is quite difficult. You have to find something in such a way that when you differentiate it, it will give you this thing here. So when it comes to this stage here, have a guess. Try to make this guess. Okay, how about guessing this? If you try to differentiate this, if you differentiate this, imagine this as being natural log of a bubble here. Okay, so if you try to differentiate this, it will be 1 over the bubble, and then you've got to times with the derivative of the bubble itself. Okay, so so if you try to differentiate this, it will be 1 over the bubble, and then you've got to times with the derivative of the bubble itself. The derivative of the bubble itself is this bit here. So so if you oh sorry, this should be a u. Hang on. This should be a u. Bear with me. This should be a u. So if you differentiate this, it will give you this thing here. So this thing here doesn't look anything like this. So let's have another guess. So it's when you get to this stage here, you've got to stare at this and maybe have lots of guesses and somehow get to this stage here. So this guess here is no good. How about this one here? If you try to differentiate, now make this to be your guess. So if you look at this, imagine it as being like this. If you differentiate this, it will be this thing goes down. So that's this bit here. The bubble stays intact. So it will be 2 bubble, and then this thing here gets minus by 1. So so when you try and differentiate this, the 2 will come down here. That will be this natural log of u to the power of 1. Sorry, to the power of 1 here, and then you've got to times with the derivative of the bubble itself. The derivative of the bubble itself is this bit here. My point is that when you make this to be your guess, and then it will differentiate to this, tidy this up, it will give you this. Now if you look at this, let's go back one step. We're trying to integrate this here, meaning we are trying to look for something in such a way that when we differentiate it, it will give us this. Well, look at this guess here. Remember, we are trying to create natural log of u over u. Look at this here. When you make this to be your guess, you will differentiate to give you this. Look at this here, natural log of u over u. So we can make the adjustment for this too here. So the point is that when you differentiate this, it will give you this. So going back to this, we are currently here at the moment. We are trying to look for something. We are trying to look for something in such a way that when we differentiate it, it will give us this. But going back here, if we make this to be our guess, it will give us this. So so looking back at this here, maybe we want to push the u back in at the. Looking back at this, maybe we want to push the 2 back into here to create this 2 here. Okay, so now push the push the 2 back into here, so it will look like this. Now when you make this to be your guess, it will this will differentiate to this, and this, by the way, is exactly the same as this. So the integral of this thing here is natural log squared of u. So integrate this, it will then give you this. Okay, so this is your final answer. And if you want, you can double check it. So visualize it as this. So when you differentiate this, it will be 2 natural log of u, and then times the derivative of this, which is 1 over u, which will be this thing here. Okay, so this here is your answer. Blah blah blah. This is your final answer. Okay.